A wild energy is upon us this weekend. One that refuses to wait, refuses to settle, to keep the peace, as we try and keep things just nice and easy. And we may feel that burning, that fire brewing within us. Because we're done. We're done dimming our light just to fit in to what is expected of us. And don't think this is a breakdown. It's not. It's a breakthrough. It's an aha moment. It's an epiphany. And yes, it may become loud. It may shake something we thought was solid. And the truth is, we have outgrown the version of our life that keeps us small. So today's energy dares us to be honest, to be bold, to be unapologetically free. The question isn't, can we handle the change? The change is coming. It's, can we keep pretending that we're not ready to step into it? So join me as we dive into understanding how to embrace this energy. And by the end of our time together, I do hope, it is my intention, that you can now go forward with the insight to just step into a clarity, a confidence, love. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. Truly, thank you. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. You guys absolutely rock. I send it right back to you. Welcome to your weekend focus, June the 14th and the 15th, 2025. And if you like what I do here, please thumbs up, hearts in the comments. I couldn't stay away today to do this reading kind of thing. You get my excitement and my anticipation and my passion. It just becomes alive. The fire awakens within me because of you. So, okay, on Saturday, we have the energy of the 14. Now, the 14 is about dreaming it big but staying practical. It's about having more by having less. It's about understanding what we truly need in our lives in order to feel that sense of security, happiness, passion, love, abundance. 1 + 4 is a 5, and that is, well, it's a busy time, so expect busy. But the 5 energy is being in the moment and creating or allowing the laughter and the smiles and the giggles and the memories to just appear. It is a day to create happiness and joy. It is a day to allow your creativity to flow. If we look at the daily numerology for Saturday, we would have a 6 + a 5 + a 9, and that gives us a 20 energy. Now, the 20 energy is kind of like a death and rebirth, or standing at a crossroads would be another way of describing it. We have to start making some decisions based on our values, our truths, and making sure that it is in alignment with who we are becoming and where we are going. 2 + 0 is a 2 energy, and yes, it could be people coming together, new relationships, partnership. But when I think of the 2 energy, I think of the magic that surrounds us all, and I think of the magic that is within you. And maybe you don't recognize that magic, maybe you don't bring that magic out, but we all have magic within us, all ready to be working to our advantage. Your talents, your abilities, your unique self, what makes you you. It's important to claim it and pronounce it and be unapologetic about it. On Sunday, it would be the energy of the 15. The 15 is, what are we tethered to? What do we not want to let go of? What do we, what burdens us? What pulls us back? What doesn't allow us to become the phoenix rising? To allow the parts of our life that no longer has value or no longer supports us in the same way burns in the fire, and we rise from the ashes. 1 plus 5 is a 6, and that is our habits, that's our behaviors, that's our routines. It could have something to do with our work life as well. But it's about the change, and what do we need to change within ourselves? If we keep doing the same thing day in and day out and expect a different result, that's insanity. We have to do something different. We have to change things up in our behaviors, in our habits, maybe even our routines. Daily numerology, then, would be a 6 plus a 6 plus a 9, which gives us a 21, telling us to let go, to tie up those loose ends, to stop having them pull us back and pull us back into that frame of mind. It's like paying your Visa bill early because you know you have the money now, and you know you have to pay it, and you have anxiety because it's a bigger bill and you want to cover it all and you want to make sure that so just pay it. Be done with that. There. Now you're good for like almost 2 months because you paid it so early. Let go of those things that nag at you, that cause you stress, that cause you panic is the word I'm hearing. Anxiety, fear. Because the 21 is the end game. The 21 says you have progressed to a point where now you must elevate yourself. You must go forward into new paths. You must step into the unknown in some part of your life. And to embrace that and to be excited about that, to build a passion for wanting to step into a new path. 2 plus 1 is a 3, and that is about transformation. That is about curiosity, allowing our heart to be led with curiosity, trusting in our intuition. It's about our voice. It's about our imagination. So we can be highly imaginative on a day like today, and our voice can be very strong under a 3 energy, especially when we are in some way talking about how we are transforming ourselves, our lives, our environments. Sun is in Gemini. Moon is in Aquarius. Now, you remember we talked on Friday, okay, that Jupiter square Saturn, that will be with us, I think, until the 25th, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, it's a powerful tug of war. We want to take that leap. But we realize that we also need to lay the groundwork. We're being pulled to dream bigger and to grow wiser at the same time. Okay, so if you missed it, or you're still sitting with some questions, it is worth going back and giving that video another listen. There was a lot there. And I'll leave the link in the end, okay? Because this energy is asking us to grow, to be truthful with ourselves, to start living a life that we actually want to live. And the more intentional we are in this moment now, the stronger the reward will be as we walk forward. So keep the vision of your tomorrow, your best life ever. Absolutely. But we need to start bringing in the discipline. That is the magic of how a square works. Now, we also have this weekend Mars squaring Uranus, which is also heavy duty. There's moments that shake us, absolutely. And there's moments that wake us. And this one does both. This energy is bold, it's raw, it's disruptive, it's unapologetically personal. Something within us wants to break free. And something in our world, in our environment, in our relationships, in our perceptions might break open. And this is where comfort meets chaos. Control meets the spark of rebellion. And where the life we've carefully constructed gets challenged. And it gets challenged by the part of us that can't stay silent anymore about what our life is and what we want it to be. So yeah, this is an energy we want. We are, a sudden urge comes over us to speak up, to walk away, to say yes, to say no, to take that leap. The square is not about caution. It's about us being the catalyst for what we want to create. Taking ownership of it. Something within us needs to be seen, and we've been pushing it down. Maybe we don't even know what it is. And that's more than likely. Okay, so Mars is in Leo. So it's fiery, it's passionate, it's bold, it wants to act, it wants to express, it wants to be seen. And it doesn't like being told what to do. And Uranus is in Taurus. Okay, now Uranus is in Taurus, and it's at, I think, 28 degrees. So it's nearing the end of this entire chapter of our lives, of Uranus being in Taurus before it moves into Gemini. So it's destabilizing the very foundations we once relied on, whether it was security or a habit, money, identity, survival. The square is the result of this square is friction. It's explosions. It's aha moments. It's breakthroughs. Huge breakthroughs. The tension here lies between our desire to follow our heart and the pressure to stay grounded, to stay safe or stable. So, yeah, this energy is probably going to cause conflicts. We'll see them. Unexpected shifts, sudden clarity, though, too. Aha moments. We'll feel impulsive, defiant. Okay, and I keep just hearing the Beatles song in the back of my head. So you say you want to start a revolution, and it could be the revolution of you stepping into your authentic self unapologetically. It could be you saying, I'm going to go after my dream, my desire, my craving, my want, my life source. If I'm not doing that, I don't feel like I'm alive. When I'm doing that, I feel alive. I want to do that. Okay? We will get creatively fired up. Absolutely. We will get emotionally raw. Absolutely. Okay? But there is freedom within this chaos. Something will break today in a good way. Something that wasn't sustainable in our life anyways. Even if we feel otherwise. So we need to trust. We need to trust. Absolutely. Don't suppress that fire. Direct it. Direct it to where it needs to be. Where does your focus need to be? Where does your attention, your action need to be? Okay, start the project. Make the shift. Choose that path that feels risky, because that's probably the real one. Mars in Leo is... Well, it wants expression. Uranus wants revolution. So together, they birth within us breakthroughs, aha moments, eureka moments. If we use the energy with intention. So if you're feeling trapped, you're feeling stuck, the energy supports you in liberating yourself. Now, before we do anything rash, please take a breath. Step back. We do not want to burn bridges that we may want to cross again one day. But we want to initiate that bold something that reflects our authentic self. To be seen. To be heard. To be ourself. This energy supports authentic self-expression. And we have the 5 saying our inner expression should flow, to let it out, to let it come alive. And we have the 2 energy telling us that the magic is already within us. So a lot of people will panic on a day like today. A lot of people will be angered and frustrated and downright miserable on a day like today. Their mind will be one place, they'll be doing something else, they'll cause accidents. So keep your eyes open, really. This energy is here to allow us to see ourselves. And it helps us to disrupt the things that we've outgrown, that we are having a hard time moving away from, or maybe we don't even realize that we need to move away from that. And be careful. Yes, be careful during this time. Tensions will rise quite quickly, explode unexpectedly. Be mindful of your own knee-jerk reactions, your sudden outbursts, an emotional explosion, something that you've buried long ago comes popping out on a day like today, a weekend like this weekend, and actually for a little bit longer than that. So take a step back and check your motives before you want to make a move. Okay, ask yourself, does this align with my path forward? And don't let anger or frustration be your guide. Okay, any changes that you make in anger, they will not last. So we have to be balanced, we have to be focused, we have to pull it back. We have to make sure that it is in alignment with who we are becoming. If it sits right with us, if it feels right. And this transit can create a literal explosiveness within us, in the environment around us. Stay aware, drive carefully. Okay, ground yourself, ground yourself, ground yourself, ground yourself. And it's not about chaos, although we may experience it. It's about courage. That Mars square Uranus is the ignition point. Mars in Leo square Uranus in Taurus. It does not ask for permission. It arrives like lightning, with intensity, heat, truth. And if something feels like it's unraveling around you, do not panic. Just sit and listen. Because that unraveling might be revealing the path that you were meant to walk this whole time. So this is the kind of energy that can disrupt a pattern, spark a revolution, and remind us that boldness is not necessarily recklessness, but rather it is in alignment with our truth. So if today feels intense, well, good, because that means the energy is working. We didn't come here to play it safe. We came here to learn. We came here to grow. We are here to step into something more powerful than we could have imagined. And today might just be the day we actually begin to realize it. Okay, let's turn to the cards. But first, oh my goodness, I'm drier than a popcorn toot. I love the words they give me to say sometimes. It's just so, humbling. Okay. The cards. Oh, who did we have? Look at that. The Seven of Wands. Speak your truth. Tell your truth. Stand up and say, this is who I am. And then walk forward. And hopefully the people that you have told support you and go with you. Okay. Let's shuffle. See if she comes back up. Our inner warrior. So if you have time, go to my blogs. I've got Eris. I've got a write-up if she were a person. You know, what her characteristics would be. And then apply them to you and who you are. And see just how much Eris you have, Figure out on your birth chart where Eris was, right? In your natal chart. She's radical, absolutely. It's good. This is kind of like Eris energy. And she tears things apart, but you know what? She tears it apart so that we can see what the main problem was. It's like my lawnmower. I knew that I would have to tear it all apart in order to see that the carburetor was plugged. So, So do we do it? No, I wouldn't buy a new lawnmower. And I'm not telling you to go buy that new lawnmower. I'm telling you to tear that lawnmower apart and see the main issue of why we can't take that step that we so desperately want and crave to take. Underlying energy is the High Priestess. She is the second card in the major arcana, so we have that 2 energy again, and she is one that tells us that there is magic around us. She is the one that tells us to sit in quiet contemplation and look within to see the magic that is within us, our capabilities, our accomplishments of the past, and how we've grown to the person we are. To expect the magic to work, to give your intentions. And I tell you, this is a powerful time to really stay in alignment with what you want and say those intentions. And I have been giving you different intentions within the blogs, depending what sign you are. Check your sun, check your rising. Okay, see how these planets are affecting you. And I'm going to start putting time points in there so that you know. Okay, like Saturn and Aries. Okay, there's going to be many times over the next 3 years, 2.5 years, that you're going to want to look back and see if that intention should, is it moving forward, how it's moving. But to set those intentions at the very beginning of any kind of planetary change or anything, and we keep track of it, you'll be amazed at how the energy will flow in your favor. So the High Priestess is here is just telling us to pay attention to the magic. There's going to be a lot of drama around us, and try and pull it back and see the magic that is unfolding before you. We have the Four of Wands. Now this is a card of marriage. It's a card I don't edit. Whatever comes through once I hit record is because I know they're guiding me. So I do apologize for my bad Disney interpretations. The Four of Wands is about marriage. It's about partnerships. It's about accomplishments. It's about the celebration of those accomplishments. And so I'm seeing the fireworks in my head, so I must have to tell that one. So this is about working together and working as a team, and even working with yourself towards certain goals and dreams and desires. Absolutely. This should be the way that you celebrate. So when you go to watch fireworks, and I'm not promoting or not promoting fireworks, I'm just using it as a metaphor here. When we go to see the fireworks, and when that first one goes off, we all stop what we're doing and we look up in the sky to see where it's coming from. We have a good idea of where it's coming from, but there it is. People are pointing it out, and we know that was the test. That was the test one, and it'll probably be like another 5 minutes. So we got to get all situated, and where's the kids, and where's the popcorn? Everybody got a drink. Okay, the blanket's over here. There's a couple pillows. Lay down on your back and watch it if you want. Whatever, a couple chairs, and we get all excited. Okay, then that's how we should be with our dreams, with our goals that we set with each other, the projects and the plans, the teamwork, the collaborations we do with each other. And then they start, and we ooh and we ah at every single fireworks, and we hold our breath, and we're applauding, and we're commenting on the color or the shape or what it did. Each and every firework we do that for. We don't sit still for a minute. We don't stop talking for a minute and oohing and awing and just embracing the accomplishment of that firework. And that's how we have to be in our everyday lives, to celebrate the mundane moments. We're waiting for the fire, that's the fireworks, right? And then we had applaud, and then we say encore, and sometimes it starts again, and we're even more. So we get to a level, and then we want to go further, and we applaud as we make that attempt to fire ourselves into the sky, to explode in beauty and success and happiness and joy and fulfillment. Four of Pentacles. So we got 2 4s in a row. When 2 4s come out in a row, that tells me that we need to get our ducks in a row, and we need to look at the foundation on which we're building. Okay, that we have to make sure that all parts of our life are in balance, not just certain parts of our life. We can't ignore parts of our life. We have to make sure that we can build long and lasting structures in our life. 4 of Pentacles says we are holding on to what is no longer necessary. We need to let go of those things. What's that old saying? If you love something, set it free, and if it comes back, it's yours. And truly, we come into this life with nothing. We really do not own nothing. I was recently at the bank not too long ago, and so he was going over everything, and he says, you own a rent? And I said, oh, I own my own house. And I said, well, actually, I said, we own it together. I said, you should come over for a coffee sometime. I mean, it's a really nice house. You'd just love it, and you're not getting any use out of it, and you are a part owner. And he just kind of looked at me like I had 5 heads, but we hit it off quite well after that because, well, it's true. And when I leave, I'm not taking the house with me, right? I can't take it with me. If I want to rebuild it on the other side, I'll rebuild it on the other side, but I don't think so. I know what I would build on the other side. Anyways, back to you. Yeah, we need to let go. It's keeping us pegged down to where we don't really want to be anymore. We don't fit in anymore. We don't feel comfortable here anymore. We're restless, but there's a fear, there's an anxiety, there's some kind of limitation. And for some reason, whatever the reason is, we don't really want to let go of that. And maybe because we don't think we can obtain it again. But let me tell you that you will obtain it again, and you will obtain it even more masterfully than you did this time around. That it can only grow, that you don't lose forever anything that is supposed to be in your life. And when you let go, you stand up and you turn around, and here is this giant pentacle, and it is your gateway. It is for you and only you. Your angels stand guard. Nobody else can enter this path. Nobody else can do it like you. And don't think so grandiose. Maybe think the small little things that you do on a daily basis. You make somebody smile, or you appreciate or see somebody. You do something nice for somebody. You help a person out in a situation, a friend, a foe, anywhere in between. But that one little action could make this huge ripple that you will never understand, you would never fathom. So I'm going to tell this story, and it's a little bit of a long one, so you might want to go fast forward if you don't want to listen to me babble, but I don't think I've ever shared this. So my aunt and uncle came from Europe, and they fell asleep on the bus. That was long travels, right, to Canada, and they fell asleep on the bus, and they went way past the stop that they were supposed to stop at. So the bus driver said, well, I'll let you out here. Yeah, don't take us any further. We're far enough away already. But they ended up just being in the middle of nowhere, really. And they were in front of a doctor's house. And so the doctor said, well, come on in. And the doctor's wife made them a meal, and they put them up for the night. And then they got them rooming and lodging in the neighborhood that I still live in today. And then my aunt wrote my mom and said, oh, I'm living a life of luxury here in Canada. You have to join me. And they sent enough money to her for a one-way ticket. And she cried. She cried for months. She wanted to go home so bad. But, my life would never have been had not for all those little situations to happen. All those little ripples in time for the doctor to come out and offer him shelter and food and get them situated so that they would be in a surroundings that when they invited my mom in, she would meet my dad that was from this town. And, so you don't try and force it into being what you want. Leave it kind of wide open. But that path is there for you, so you can't really make a wrong step. Even if you think it's a wrong step. I don't know who needed to hear that. Maybe several of you. King of Cups. King of Cups, firm foundation. Take it back to the basics. Make sure that you are happy with the amount of money that you have in the bank. If not, it needs work. Make sure that you are working the career of your dreams or the job of your dreams, or at least you're very happy and content in what you do day in and day out. If you're not, then you need to take a look at that. Make sure that you can provide food and roof over your head. And if you can't, then you need to take a look at that. Maybe you have a hard time making it up and down the stairs now. So our health, our well-being, we need to take a look at that. We want to make sure that our foundation is strong and to love ourselves enough to make sure that we are safe, that we are feeling well, that we are in places like, do your friends respect you? Do they love you? Do they support you? Family, community, job, career, environments. What needs work? And what's most important? What things can go by the wayside? That it really never mattered to you in the first place. You were just doing it because. Okay, we have amplify your positive emotions with the 7 energy. The 7 energy is about bringing in harmony, balance, love within our environments, but more importantly, I think it's within our relationships with the 7 energy. She's going to get her wings wet. There's a ripple effect of energy flowing from you. I kid you not. I cannot make this stuff up, guys. Really? Be positive. Simply staying happy and sending that happiness out from your heart will benefit those around you. As you adjust your motives and attitudes, this energy flows from you in circles, affecting all of your desires and beliefs. There is a chance to bring good fortune and influences to all the events in your life, as the circles also represent cycles. Know that you are continually going in and out of cycles, growing and changing, and with every ending comes new beginnings. So trust that the positive energy you radiate will attract what you wish for. And trust it. Absolutely, just trust it. I walk around and I tell people now, I'm trying to manifest a lawnmower. A riding lawnmower. I'm not getting too specific. It can be any lawnmower, so long as it will cut the grass and do what I need it to do. And it's got its work cut out for it, so it's got to be a good one. So, and it might take a week. I might get it next year. Who knows? I don't know how I'll get it. Who knows? I just have to stay alert and keep the attention going. And we have fertility with the turtles. The turtles. I tell you about that little snapping turtle I found in my yard. I didn't catch him. Would never touch a snapping turtle. There is no amount of money you can pay me. Even a little one. I mean, he was so tiny. He was like, I guess it'd be the U.S. silver dollar. For us, it'd be a toonie or a loony. He was just a little gapper. But I know that they can get all, even if you tried to grab its tail, it can reach back there. So don't do it. Don't do it. Those jaws, oh my gosh, talk about the jaws of life. Just steal, boom, rip it apart. I saw one time my dad took a broom to it and it broke the broom right in half with its snap. I bit off my one dog, it bit off his nose the one time he got too close to it. So, and then he didn't bite it off. It was a little piece missing out of it, though. That's for sure. Dog never sniffed another turtle in his life. Okay, turtle. Creation, patience, stability, longevity, and protection. Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have been kept trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. So you're being told that there is a great opportunity coming for a new project. You have waited a long time for this, and Turtle reminds you that slow and steady can, in fact, win the race. Turtle tells you that having a patience, slowing down, keeping a steady pace will get you further than acting impatient or frustrated. Maybe you've been trying to get pregnant. Maybe you know somebody close to you who is wishing to have a baby or giving birth to a dream or a goal, a desire. Okay. And it's somebody who's been waiting a long time for this in their life. So Turtle has a positive message and one of much happiness. And that's it. So I was trying to skip over the pregnancy announcement and make it more, but I'm not good at stuff like that, so I don't know why I tried. Basically, believe in yourself. Basically, if you have a calling for something, it's not by accident. And to stop and sit in silence and listen to your heart whisper to you of what is true fulfillment, true love, true happiness, true joy for you personally. And align with that. And the rest will just all come together. Remember, the ripple starts with you. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.